What's up, guys? I'm going to talk about a couple books that will make your 2018 a lot better. The first book that I want to talk about is The 1 Minute Millionaire. This book changed my life. I read it probably in 2011. The lessons and the way that they're taught really resonated with me. The book is actually two parts. There is a very logical, very systematized and scientific formula for success on one part of the book, and then they actually have a novel part that is that applies and incorporates all the principles they taught in the very factual, logical part, and so that you can learn both if you're left-brained and right-brained. Combination is what is really powerful. A lot of people that I've recommended the book to have read it, and they probably only read one part of it, and they're like, oh wow, I didn't really get into it. But then when they went back and read both parts together, they were like, wow, this book is phenomenal. One of my favorite quotes from this book is that the universe conspires to support us, always and only in the nick of time. It's basically teaching the principle that if we really want something, we have a burning desire, the universe itself will conspire to help us accomplish our goal. I've personally experienced it in my life, and I hope that you guys will as well. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. Now, I know the title sounds really crazy, The 4-Hour Workweek, but the book is not really about working 4 hours. It's about optimizing our lifestyle and getting the most out of life. One of the biggest and most impactful principles that I gained from the book was a principle called selective ignorance, cultivating selective ignorance. Basically, there's so much that we have in our lives that can be distracting. And if we pay attention to everything, we pay attention to nothing. Focus is a huge part of success. So if we can focus on only things that are actionable and that will change our lives for the goals that we're currently working on, we'll get a lot closer to those goals and be able to accomplish a lot more in a lot less time. And we really want our time. Success is a combination of both money and time, I believe, as well, because if you have time all the time and you don't have any kind of money, you really can't support your family, you can't support your causes that are important to you. And if you have all kinds of money and no time, really you're not there for your family, you're not present. So you need both. You need a combination of both, a balance that is just right for you. What I really like about the book is that people read the book, the original version of the book, and then they came back and they wrote case studies of what they did to apply the principles and how it changed their lives for the better. And I think that's really awesome. So this is actually the expanded and updated version, so it has those case studies in it. The next book I'm going to talk about is a book that actually I just got from my girlfriend this Christmas. She gave it to me as a Christmas gift, also by Tim Ferriss. It's called Tropic Mentors. Now, Tropic Mentors is a breakdown of the world's top performers. These are billionaires, people that started tech companies, world-class chefs and athletes, and they're being interviewed and he's asking questions that really help you learn what makes them successful, what sets them apart from other people, and things that they've really learned. One of my favorite profiles so far, I'm only at page 65 of the book, is Terry Cruz's profile. Terry actually said something quite interesting. He was talking about when he was in high school, one of his earliest failures was that he took a game point shot in basketball and he missed the shot. He stole the basketball from the opposing team, dribbled down court, and took a shot and missed. Now his entire team was mad at him. The coach was mad. The entire town was mad. They wrote it up in the newspaper, blaming him for his failure and causing them to lose the game. And he was really down about it. He was beating himself up. But then he realized that he took his shot. He stole the ball and he took a shot. He didn't second guess himself. He didn't pass the ball because he didn't think he was worthy. He decided that he would only accept failure on his terms. Meaning, instead of passing the ball to somebody else because he didn't believe in himself, he was comfortable enough to take the shot, because if you fail, you learn, and if you succeed, you win, right? I was listening to I read something somewhere where the quote was, when you read the fine print, that's what we call education. You get education. When you don't read the fine print, you get what's called experience. That's been true in my life, and I think it could be true in most people's lives. And so even failures are successes, because failure is a part of success, if we learn from it, of course. The next and final book that I'll be talking about is The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. The 10X Rule is so phenomenal in that it teaches us that we need to set goals that are far beyond what we normally would set. Meaning, if I were to set a goal to travel somewhere that's maybe not too exciting to me, maybe like Kansas or, I don't know, the middle of Indiana, that may not be a big enough goal for me to change my behavior to accomplish that goal. But if I set a goal to travel the world or visit the Mediterranean this summer, then that may be a goal that I'm passionate enough about to do something different in my life to get there. And I think that's really important. If we set big enough goals, if we fail at reaching our goals, we'll be much closer to our goal than if we had set smaller, more mediocre goals. Grant Cardone is pretty, I guess, intense in the way that he thinks, but I really think this is a very practical and powerful concept about goal setting and setting a goal that's big enough that it will inspire us to change our actions and get different results. And so that concludes my list of the books that will best help you guys in 2018. These books have all helped me tremendously. I'm an entrepreneur, and I've kind of turned back to these books to relearn the lessons that I've learned over the years reading these books. So I guess that's it. See you guys later.